Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, it's Saturday confession time, I guess. I'm getting ready for an event. I know a church pastor, and he wants to hold a Christmas party, and there's potentially a girl there that I might make a move on. And I did some reading into the background of this girl. The first thing I did was to. She has a very peculiar last name, at least for the United States. So I did a deep dive research into what culture they're from. I make a lot of art, and I'm able to make art with for other cultures as well, as you guys have seen, right? I've made Lego monuments from well, three different continents now, right? And so I'm up for another challenge. And I did some background reading into the culture of the country that her name was from. Obviously, she grew up in the United States, but hopefully that will resonate. I'm trying to just make it indirect, right, rather than directed at her. And then I did some research into her in particular. Now, I was worried that she might realize that I'm doing this research, right? The first thing I did was to research how the social media sites work, right? If you Google somebody's name on Facebook, does it show up somewhere that they could see? And it looks like it doesn't. I know on Indeed it does, and so what I did was created a different account on Indeed with a different name, right? And read about her there. I wanted to know what she had, her background was in her career, so that I could sound like I'm interested in that as well. And when I looked her up on Facebook, obviously it helps that this year was election year, and I got her political view as well out of that. So now I could pretend it's not my political view, but I'll be that way for one day if I need to. And it feels like the biggest research project I've ever undertaken, much more so than with the AI programming, even with the art projects and all of that, right? Remember last month, I was researching the monument of the Palace of Science and Culture, and I actually am Facebook friends with a celebrity over in Poland, if you could believe it. And I had her go there to look at how many floors were in the alcoves of the building, and then I kind of approximated. So it was a good chance to have a conversation with her. So it wasn't a total loss, even if I don't make like get the Lego ideas of accepted, right? So that was good. And so I love these deep dive research expeditions. I'm not gonna feel too bad if see here's another Pascal's wager, right? I did all this research. If it doesn't go right with the girl, I feel like I've done everything that I could do, and I'm not gonna hold regrets anymore, right? Had I not done this deep dive, and I went in there blind, and it didn't turn out, I would always regret. What if I had just done this? What if I had just done that? Right? So it's kind of like a Pascal's wager in its own right, right? You minimize the amount of regret that you're gonna hold by doing this, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.